coming up on this week's edition of Mavs Insider.
Lamar Odom and Khloe Kardashian are new to Dallas, but they've been feeling the Texas love. We sit down with Odom to find out what his transition to the Mavs has been like and what kept him from sitting out this season.
And later, radio talent Bob Stern wrote a book on the Mavs' journey to the championship. He fills us in on what went down during those moments as the Mavs battled their way to the title.
Plus, we've got Mike Fisher with Fish Stories.
Those stories and more are coming up on Mavs Insider.
Welcome to Mavs Insider. I am your groovy host, Allie D, and this is the psychedelic Roe Parrish.
Allie, what is up with your ensemble? What's this about?
What do you mean? What ensemble?
I mean, to me, it kind of looks like you woke up on the wrong side of the decade.
Oh, you mean my awesome groovy outfit? It's 70s night here at the AAC.
Oh, so I guess that means we're going to boogie woogie on down and have some Saturday Night Fever and stay alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Well, in the meantime, before we go there, let's check out what our Mavs have been doing because we're going to boogie on down to that in the opening tip.
Yeah, let's get funky.
So it's my great privilege to introduce an NBA champion, a Maverick for life, Caron Butler.
All right, well, it's time to take a quick break here on Mavs Insider, but coming up, we have an exclusive interview with Lamar Odom.
That's right, our own Leslie McCassin sat down with the Candyman and got the sweet details on everything, like the big move, the big D, and who is more famous in the family.
Sounds far out.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That is very next level.
And here is a deflection of the lob pass by Dirk, and the Mavericks will have a 2-on-9 that Marion will finish.
Welcome back to Mavs Insider. Lamar Odom is one of the fresh faces on this year's Dallas Mavericks team. Now, you know, he had to make a couple of adjustments when he came to the squad.
That's right. Leslie McCassin has the whole scoop on everything Texas related, you know, being with new coaches, a new team, and what that's all like. And by the way, Khloe, his lovely wife, sits right here in these seats every single game. So just a little tidbit of information from Mavs Insider. Let's check it out.
All right, I'm here with Lamar. Who's the most popular person in your family right now, you or Khloe? Because I know she's quite the star, at least around the American Airlines Center lately.
I would say Khloe probably has a bit bigger demographic. Although because of us, you know, getting married, me being in sports, and now people that, of course, only familiar with her are familiar with me now. So it's like pretty neck and neck.
Is it fun?
She's a little bit more busy than I am.
I bet. Is it fun to do the show together? You enjoy that?
Yeah, it's a different type of fun. But I thought it would be cool to do it. I took it as a challenge when I first tried to do it. I thought it would be easy. It's pretty hard to always be on.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Valentine's Day was this week. You're known as the Candy Man. What is your favorite kind of candy for your fans out there?
Gummy bears or Sour Patch Kids or something like that.
Like it, man after my own heart.
Yeah.
All right, thanks Lamar so much
No
for being
problem.
with us today.
Thank
we
you.
really appreciate it.
I like gummy bears, but I sure do love chocolate.
Chocolate's cool, but I'm more of a Twizzlers type of guy. In fact, I have an idea, Allie.
What?
Let's take a break right now and go get some candy.
Ooh, sounds good. You go get the candy. I'll stick around because coming up next after this break, we are going to visit with the author of This Year is Different and find out exactly what the team did to formulate championship season. We'll be right back. Treats, go, get them. Sugar.
Mavericks Insider is brought to you by Whataburger. Proud to serve it hot and fresh, 24 hours a day.
Welcome back to Mavs Insider. Now, everybody might know Bob Sturm as a radio host, but he does just a little bit more than that. He is the composer of a brand new book that documents the Mavericks' 2011 championship season.
Yes, that's right. And our very own Emily Jones sat down with Bob to find out exactly what is in his book.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Check it out.
Allie Rowe, thank you very much. Here with noted author Bob Sturm.
This summer, before the lockout hit, there were about 2 weeks between the parade and when the players were gone, you know, and the team could have no more contact with them. So during that time, I'm frantically trying to get an hour with Dirk or an hour with Jason Kidd in a grocery store in Phoenix, and an hour with Rick Carlisle and Brian Cardinal and just all these guys who really made the book, I think, really solid. Was just having their, okay, after this journey, here's, you know, a little more perspective on this or this, something I've never talked about before, this or this. So that, you know, that I think really made it.
Was there one thing in particular that surprised you the most?
You know, just how, in my opinion, how sports is so nonlinear, so, I don't want to say random, but it's just a story that kind of tells you these guys are doing everything they can every year to win the title. And then the one year they do win it, you kind of go to them, well, why did it work this time? And I don't want to say, they always say, I don't know why it worked this time, but that's kind of how, I mean, things have to fall into place. And that's really the whole story kind of tells you. It is a little fairy tale like. It is a little random at times, and I'm really happy for these guys finally getting it right, because I know we got to move on to the next season, but that story is one that I think we'll all be talking about in 20 or 30 years.
For a long time. All right, Bob Sturm, thanks so much. Congratulations on the book. Allie Rowe, we'll send it back to you.
Coming up next on Mavs Insider, it's one of our very favorite segments. Mike Fisher will be here.
Yes, I think you left out a very, Allie, but of course, it's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Mike Fisher for Fish Stories.
Coming up, Fish Stories, Fish Stories, Fish Stories, Fish Stories, Fish Stories.
Black History Month is very special to me. You know, I kind of don't put a lot of emphasis just on February. We should put a lot of emphasis on, you know, throughout the year. You know, but February is a special time. You know, having Dr. King's celebration in January, then follow up with February. I mean, it's very special to me. I mean, I had a lot of experiences with it coming up, and you know, especially being from the South, it's very important. You know, when you're able to break those barriers.
Welcome back to Mavs Insider, our favorite part of the program, DallasBasketball.com's own Mr. Mike Fisher. Welcome.
I was going to say that you and I are a little out of it, wardrobe-wise, but then I realized, no, you're doing it. You're doing something.
Of course I am. So talk about the Mavericks right now. As far as the different things going on in the team, tell me what's going on with Roddy B.
Yeah, midweek, a couple issues came up. First of all, with Roddy Beaubois, and this is a sad one, his father passed away back home in Guadalupe. So Roddy is going to take a couple of days off, and obviously that casts a pall over the whole organization, and I'm told that Roddy is devastated. So our prayers, of course, with Roddy Beaubois and his family.
Now tell me about Jason Terry. What's really going on with him? He's having some issues as well.
Yeah, he had a quad problem a few days ago, and they decided to give him Wednesday off, and then talked about him not coming back until the Sunday game against the Knicks, because on Friday he's got a personal issue, and the Mavericks did not reveal immediately what that was. Everything's fine, but immediately it kind of works, guys, as if, kind of like Dirk, the Dirk out workout, where he took days off and got better, and then Jason Terry took days off and got better. I think this might work for Jason Terry as well.
All right, tell us about Jeremy Lin. I understand he's going to be on the court very shortly.
Well, it's hard to find anything about Jeremy Lin that the world doesn't already know, but I'll try three things. Thing number one, he's afraid of needles. Thing number two, after he's done playing basketball, he wants to become a minister. And thing number three, and you really have to be a Maverick fan, like viewers of this show really are, to remember this, but in the summer of 2010, Jeremy Lin was a Maverick. And he played with our summer league team and was terrific. Mavericks offered him a one-year contract. Golden State, you know, he's from the Bay Area. They offered him a two-year contract, understanding it would be a marketing thing. He's Asian American, he's from the area and all the rest. So some might argue that the Mavs kind of goofed up. But what were you supposed to do? Give him a 3-year, a 5-year, a 10-year contract? Nobody knew this, so really nobody goofed up. But now we've got a phenomenon, and the Mavericks get to see him in person on Sunday.
Absolutely, and he shoots a lot of threes, and you just went 1, 2, 3. That's kind of a ranking system. So tell me.
Rhythm, I tell you.
Rhythm. Okay, so I like rankings. You just went 1 through 3. So tell me where Coach Carlisle's ranked. How does this work?
Yeah, percentage-wise, Rick Carlisle is top 8. One of the 8 greatest, percentage-wise. And I think we underappreciate him in large part because he so underplays everything, doesn't he? He doesn't exactly make pronouncements. Nobody knows much about him besides the fact that he plays piano, and I don't know, I think he has a wife and a daughter, but he doesn't parade him around. He doesn't do press conferences to promote himself. But I think Dallas and Mavericks fans need to understand how special it is that they have Rick Carlisle, one of the top 8 coaches by the numbers around, ever.
I agree. I think the most exciting thing I've seen him do all year this year is, of course, give out those championship rings to the players coming in town and, of course, our own team here. I mean, speaking in front of all these fans, I really hadn't seen that until this year.
Yeah, he was with ESPN there when he took a year off from coaching. So obviously, he's got some slick Rick in him. But mostly, he's a teacher. Most of all, when nobody else can see what he's doing, because we all see it in front of 20,000 people and on national television, but when not very many people are looking, he's down in the basement with one guy teaching, just like he would be if he was an elementary school coach or a high school coach. It's really cool.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mike Fisher, as always. Brilliant here on Fish Stories. And now, I know, you wish
That's
you
lovely.
had my hairstyle. But for now, let's check out what the Mavs have been doing in the community.
This is our second time to put on this Girl Scout camp, and this year's actually extra special because it's the 100th anniversary of the Girl Scouts.
Now it's time for your Mavs upcoming schedule. The Mavs are in New York on Sunday to play the Knicks. They're back home on Monday to play Boston and the LA Lakers on Wednesday. Wednesday's game against the Lakers can be seen here on Fox Sports Southwest. And don't miss Mavs Live 30 minutes before tip-off.
All right, it is 70s night here at the AAC, which means we have got to get on out of here and get our groove on, Ro.
Yes, indeed we do. But you know what? You know what you need to do? Set your DVR and set your TiVo for Mavs Insider every single week and go to FoxSportsSouthwest.com for all the latest videos and photos of your Dallas Mavericks.
Peace out, everybody.
Peace, love, and soul.
Woo!